Hello and welcome to Synick Hills Model Railroad and Slot Car Circuit. Well, first of all, what is it and where is it? Well, Synick Hills is a fictional location. It could be anywhere in the world. At the moment I have got American trains, Union Pacific, Santa Fe, Southern Pacific. So I suppose you could say it's somewhere in the Midwest of the United States. And the slot car track is Tyco track, if you're interested. It's just a series of sets that we got off Trade Me, which is sort of like eBay. I think from memory I got about 5 or 6 different sets. And then my brother found a huge amount of track that completed the circuit, and we've still got surplus track left over. It's 32 metres long. We have it powered with one power supply to each lane. It's 4 lanes wide. We have 2 sets of crossovers, one where they cross over once and the other one where they come back is over here. One feature I especially wanted to have was a railway crossing. The idea for this, when we get it operational, is when the train approaches the slot car track, somewhere in the track will be a sensor which will activate the barrier arms and the railway crossing lights. It will then cut the power to the slot car track and force the cars to stop. That's the idea behind that. Don't know when that'll happen, but it'll be pretty neat when we're able to get it completed. As you can see, it goes up through this figure 8 rise up onto the top level. This top level will eventually have an urban look to it, sort of like a street race scene. So far I've only got 2 locations on the layout that actually have names, and one is the main Synick Hills station and yard, and the other is what I'm calling Windy Point. I'd like to model some trees that are twisted and gnarly to make it look like the wind has been howling across this point and twisting them around. Right, our current lineup of cars that we've got is an assortment of cars that came with the sets that I bought. We've got 4 cars here that are lighted so that we can race at night. Only 2 of them, their lights currently work, so we're working on that. Collection of Formula 1 cars in various states of repair. As you can see, there's that one's got 2 different coloured front wings, and that one there lost its front wings several times, and I've done a few repairs to it. But these multiple ones, I hope to eventually have a go at repainting some of those with different colours. Around here we've got some of the G-Force races. And these 2 here are our latest additions. I got those a couple of weeks ago. They are part of Mega G Plus racing system. These are very fast. These cars here, we can average times around the track of about 14 to 15 seconds. The G-Force races, we're getting up to 13 seconds on average, 12 to 13 seconds. But these two, we're averaging under 12 seconds, 11.5 seconds. The best we've done so far is 10.605 seconds. I don't know if that was a fluke or not, because I haven't been able to achieve it again. But they are incredibly fast. I've only got 2 at the moment, but I'm planning to get another 2. You can get unpainted versions of these, so I'm going to get a couple of unpainted versions. Put my own paint jobs on those, so I've got 4 different colours. And I don't know when that will be, but when that happens, I hope to have enough cameras to film the whole thing, because these guys are fast. That will be one fantastic race to watch. And I hope to have the lap count working properly when that happens, because at the moment two of our lap counters, they're not working properly. Red lane failed to work from the moment it was installed, and then several weeks later the yellow lane started malfunctioning, so we've only got 2 lanes that are working properly. My brother Simon, he helps me a lot, and that's how we get the name Synick for Synick Hills. My name's Nick, my brother's name is Simon, so blend the 2 names together, Synick. But he's working on a new system. He works in the electronics, and they work with small components, so he's working on a new system for the lap counter. He's also looking at upgrading our current controls for the cars in the game, to work on making some wireless controllers. As you can see, it's all plugged in banana jacks, and these have a habit of getting stepped on and pulled out when you go to put cars back on the track. Simon also helped me with the electrics for where we plug in our controllers. We've got 3 locations where we can run controllers from. This is the main location in front of the start finish area. There's a second location over here, which helps if we've got someone controlling here, so they can put cars back on in this corner. We've got the leads long enough that if a car comes off over here, we can walk the length and put a car back on. And the third location where controllers are plugged in is here. So we can have people standing in 3 locations operating cars. That helps us to put cars back on when they come off. As you can just imagine, if we're standing there and our car comes off, by the time we've walked around here to put it back on, whoever we're racing against has managed to get almost another lap on us by the time we get back to our controller there. So hence 3 locations. The railway side of things, the control of that is MRC Prodigy Express system, which I have now got the MRC Wi-Fi for it, which is really cool. It saves me having to buy a heap of controllers. It means anyone with a smartphone or a tablet, once they get the app downloaded, they can run any one of my 5 engines. I currently have 5 engines. 749 Union Pacific diesel. It's a Jeep 40, I think it was, if I remember correctly. Currently have 1 passenger carriage. I hope to get, if I can't find them I'll have a go at scratch building some. I've currently got one, and I want to get at least 4, and a dining car and a baggage car. I have this 484 Santa Fe 3781. This one I've added a sound decoder to it. It's the only one I've got with sound at the moment. I hope to add sound to all of them, but that'll be over time. Another engine I have is this 462 Union Pacific, and here we have a 440 unlettered. My plan is to put the Synick Hills lettering on that. I actually have a second one of those, but the chip failed. My brother was going to see if he could fix it. And the other engine I've got, the 5th engine, is another 484 Southern Pacific. One of the big changes I made around here was I got this LED strip lighting, and it made a huge difference in the amount of light around here. If I turn this off, you'll see how dark it is without it. That's how dark it was in here without the LED lighting. I'll turn it back on. You can see how much of a difference it makes. Just makes a huge difference. In other areas where it's dark, as in when we end up having tunnels in the hills, I'll be putting 1 or 2 LEDs in the tunnels for the, you know, how some of the tunnels in cities and that, they're lighted. It'll have that effect. On in this area here underneath, I'm going to do that up to make it look like a pit lane with garages, and I'll have LEDs lighting in the garages as well, so that'll look really cool. So thanks for visiting Synick Hills. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. If you have any questions or thoughts, welcome them. So thank you very much. See you next time.